Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. I have decided that this journal is done. I don't want to put anything more permanently in it because I want the possible new owner to be able to give it its own character too. So I have left some pages plain and ready to be played on. So it has a lot of lace hanging down. We have the embroidery, the old linen, and I just closed it with the seam binding that is dyed in brown neutral colors. So let's do a flip through so you can see how it ended up. It's 3 signatures and mostly neutrals, but a little bit of green and blue and even pink in it. So on the inside I have one of my hammered flowers. Just need to move this. It's on my tickling on my leg. I hammered down this and then I have put on some watercolor on it to make it a little bit more vibrant. And this is a big top spot and it's paper on the back, so it's sturdy. And on the other side we have I have left this beautiful eco printed paper. It's really nice with even some textures on it, so you can really feel the leaves. And all of these are originals, so they are not printed off. So that's why you can really feel the flowers, the texture of them. And I think that's nice. And then I put on this printed photo from an old street to do use as a journaling card. I have put it on white watercolor paper, so it's 300 grams sturdy. So we have a pocket and another little piece that is embroidered, and you can use it as a journaling card, or if you want to use it in some other way in the journal. Watercolor painted textile, and this is a really old antique lace, and this is a lace that is not that old, but it's really thin and beautiful, and some embroidery on that too. The back of that have a 1800 monogram from an old bed linen. Some stamping and watercolor painting on both paper and textile, and antique book pages. And then I have this little tag with gold on it to use however you would like to. This page has a printed letter, and I have put some tape on it to make it look even older, and we have it as a pocket. I haven't put anything in that one, but I often do like that when I send my journals to new owners, that I add something that will be kind of as a surprise. I think that's a bit fun to do. So we have a pocket and a top spot, And this is a watercolor flower I have painted on 300 grams paper, so I have put some gold on it, and there are even a tutorial how I painted this. And if you want more watercolor painting, you can find that on my other channel. Instead of Annelies Journaling, the name is Annelies Palette. So there are several tutorials with different kind of paintings, both landscapes and fodders and small decorations. So then this pocket with embroidery and watercolor painting and collage. And all of these old book pages are also originals, so 1885. Some embroidery and watercolor and lace. A journaling card with a flower that I have printed and painted. So this is also original, so you can kind of feel the flower. A piece from a spine of an old book, and a piece from a Swedish letter. And this has a little pocket in lace, and then this piece of decoration with a dried flower that is laminated. And you have a piece of the book on the back, so it's beautiful. Also some more eco-printed, eco-dyed paper, and a little label. So I put it this way, and then with a little rusty paper clip hold it in place. It's a bit shiny, and it can easily move when it's plastic. A beautiful eco-dyed page with some bluish color in it. I left that for your own decoration. Another laminated leaves from my garden. A piece of an old ledger. Can use it as a journaling card. I have done some more aging on it, so it looks really, really old. We have a big pocket with some parchment paper on the back that is also eco-dyed, and I love the sound, so I left it as it is. A big pocket with paintings, sewing, and a lot of different collages. Piece from a doily. The middle of the signature I left plain, and these are two spots you can put things in. And then use it however you would like to. Other part of that nice crunchy pocket. And this is this a did I do a pocket, or is it just, no? This is a watercolor painted piece of cotton that I have just put in. I didn't do anything with it, I just left it plain. It could be fun to have that, or use it for decoration. Newsprint with the eco dyeing, so this is a little thinner. And on this page I left that plain, and then I put one of my watercolor paintings on an antique paper on top of it, so you have a little bit more to play with. Decoration with embroidery and more Swedish old letter, and some, I think this is German from this old book. Did I do something with this? I can't remember. I don't think I did that. I just decorated it. So a few pages to play with in the end of that signature. And moving on to the second one. We have a pocket and another pocket and a watercolor painting by me, original, and I have signed it. And the next one has a double pocket, so we both have a pocket with the doily and on this little tag. Another pocket with some pieces from a book from 1791. So this is really, really old. A die cut from a Tim Holtz cutting tool. These metal things that you can cut with. He has these leaves that is really beautiful to play with. We have a smaller pocket with some old papers on it and embossed roses on the back. Tracing paper, more for the sound. And it's nice when you can see the script through it. More original eco dyeing. A pocket on this side and a little tag with lace and flowers laminated going into this lace pocket. We have a bigger pocket and it's decorated with an old book page that I have watercolor printed on, printed with these leaves. There are some recordings of that too on my channel. Another laminated tag, the same seam binding that is holding the journal together. Embroidery, embossed paper, linen on the back, and some label. An original watercolor painting on parchment paper. And another big pocket. Top spot with one of the flowers. A printable paper. I don't know where I got it. You know me and my kind of bad way to keep my digitals in order. Watercolor painting, some painted textile, an old lace, and another collaged piece with painting, eco-dyeing, embroidery, old books, linen, and another piece of linen. And it's also eco-dyed on the back. And this is a really nice page where you can feel every little vein in the leaves. Beautiful. We have a lace pocket on this part of the eco-dyed paper. We have another tag, and this one has paper on the back, so you can use it as writing space. And how to laminate and still got paper to write on. There is a tutorial also on my page or YouTube channel to use the right word. We have a pocket down here and we have a pocket up there. More embroidery and old textile pieces. We have a little pocket from an antique linen cloth that is woven here in my area. And a couple of painted seed pots from poppies. Hope you can see that, maybe. A little pocket here. And behind this it's another piece of these craft paper prints I made from real flowers. We have a tag or writing space, however you want to use it. And I have put it down with a paper clip beside this old book page from 1880. You have the date still on it, so that you can see that properly. Bit careful when I have the rusty paper clip so I don't break the paper. It's a bit of a ruffle here, and then collaged with different papers. Printable old letter that I have aged a little bit more and put on some tape on it, and you can use that as a pocket. Printable that I have added textile and some color swatches on. And we have a pocket on this side. And several of these you can see when I put in and make, if you look by my different recordings. This is another of these beautiful prints that I made with black acrylic ink and real plants. Some textile and old papers, and a piece of lace down here, and a collaged tag. And this is Tyvek, these white parts that are like they are kind of like bubbles. Another pocket, one of the latest that I put in. A collage from an antique botanical book, and some real old book pages, embroidery, watercolor painting, and linen. A big pocket or tuck spot or side tuck, however you want to name it. And this is also watercolor on a piece of eco-dyed paper. And also some colored linen. This is these old 100% linen tablecloths from the beginning of 1900. So they are also old. We have a couple of belly bands on these pages with a little antique monograms and some piano papers, colored old book pages, watercolor painting, embroidery, and some eco-dyed linen and paper. A couple of watercolor flowers that I also left plain to the possible new owner to play. Another beautiful pocket with eco-dyed paper or antique lace embroidery. And this is so beautiful, these colors on the paper, the brown and bluish tones. And then I just did some decoration on them, so they got something beautiful. Painted newsprint and embroidery textile. Piece of an antique German book. This is a piece you can use as a flip or a pocket or however you want to put it in. I have just put it down with a paper clip. So it's embroidered on top, and this is a printed tracing paper with some roses on. And I did some color swatches on the print of the old letter from Sweden. Another side pocket. Also love these colors with blue and gold. Some color swatches on that too. And another of these really nice tactile pages. And the back of the cover have this old doily and some decorations. And this is the whole. Some embroidery on these two. And most of it old linen that is eco-dyed or embroidered on. Really like this journal. It feels kind of really well made. I'm really satisfied with how this turned out. Feels genuine with all the embroidery, and it will never be able to break. I love that. And just a little bow to hold it together like that. So I have a couple of ladies that are interested in getting this, so I will ask those first, and if they are not interested, it will go into my Etsy shop. And if you would be interested in a journal, you can contact me on my email. I do not do personal orders, as that stress me out a little bit. I need to have the freedom to create for the moment, and I have a little problem with making things that are ordered, and I need to do something that isn't coming by itself when I'm creative. So I'm doing like this instead. I show it and I ask those that are interested in on a little list I have with people that have sent me an email and asked about my journals. That way I don't need to make something that I can't promise. Thank you so much for watching and for all your support, kind words, beautiful emails, and I'm so happy for each and every one of you that reach out to me. Have a nice evening, and see you soon again. Bye bye from Sweden.